on, sunshine.
Welcome to Outlaw Edge. So today, what we're doing is I'm going to show you guys how to do a quick. Well, it won't be quick. It's kind of a complex thing. It's kind of like, what do you call it? Magic or?
Yeah, it's magic, man.
You know, to some people, but it's actually a really simple technique. And when you're doing a door, a hood, a fender, whatever, and you want to have that wire edge or that wire bead, this is how you wire edge something real quick. And you can see that the wire is in there already. This is a 3/32 TIG welding wire. And, you know, you can use whatever you want. You can put 1/4 inch round rod in here if you want. It doesn't matter. But it just depends on what you want on that edge. So, and how this works is when you have a door that closes or a hood that closes, and you have that round edge right here, you can see that what happens is that when you close it, it gives you that nice clean gap that's rounded. And then, you know, when you run your body filler on top of that, on that edge of that door, it brings it up so you have a nice crisp, clean edge all the way around. And I'll show you how to do that real quick. Well, it probably won't be real quick, but like I said.
Well, relatively quick.
So I'm gonna cut this real quick so I have a piece, and then, see, I'm not even prepared.
You're not prepared.
No.
You're no Boy Scout. Were you a Boy Scout?
Yep. Bear with me, guys.
I'll just follow him around. He's moving too fast. Gosh.
I gotta get this motor out of here.
Yeah, we have a flathead there. It's no good. However, it will be good for what we're using it for.
So you got your edge. We'll pretend like this is a door, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off, and then that way I have a nice clean surface to go with, you know? Wear safety glasses, don't be a dumbass. And I have a half-ass straight line right here, and what I want to do is I want to come in, I want it to be about a 1/2 inch or so, and you know, this is just a rough measurement. Put it at 1/2 inch and you got your 1/2 inch there. Just a cool little tech tip. And then follow me over to the Cheney there. Don't trip on this line, man.
Okay. Which chingadera am I actually following you to? Oh. One of your new toys. There we go.
And you want like a 90-degree on here, and what that does is that 90-degree, by bringing it up like this, it gives you somewhere to sit that wire into, and then that way you can, you know, get your bead started.
Okay.
And then,
And if they don't have...
if you don't have a metal brake, you can use hammer and dolly.
Got it.
And that's the thing is, you know, we try to do it in our shop. We try to show people how to do stuff on a budget. We try to show them how, you know, to make tools, how to use tools, but at the same time, we don't have $50,000 tools in here. I mean, it'd make it nice.
Yeah, we got a
But-
really good deal on that metal brake too, so.
Yes, we did.
And that bad boy.
And so we have right here a pair of vice grips that I modded, and you can see I took some round rod here, some round rod there, and some square rod in the back. And what I did that for is this is gonna be kind of loud too. Bend over an edge like that, where you're gonna run the wire in here. Take your 3/32 welding wire, and you're gonna drop it in there like that. And then what I use these for is just to catch that edge.
Okay, can you show it that again, because it was really hard to see.
You can hold it like this,
There.
right? And you can use a pair of vice grips, it doesn't matter. But see how it folds that edge over already? All right, watch out.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying.
And then see what it did? It put a little flange right there on the end.
Okay.
And then the next thing you do is pull it over like this. It's hard to do when I'm trying to hold this crap up in midair.
One or two more hands there. Oh, sorry, I lost you there for a sec. And so now you're using the same player?
Yep.
And that's just to get it started over in the,
Mm-hmm. See what it's doing? It's rounding that edge right there.
okay.
And that's gonna hold it. And then the next step, you start hammering, and that's about it. And you wanna take your hand and hold the wire in there at the same time as you're hammering down. And you want a hammer that's got a lot of weight to it, a lot of heft. So you want to use something that's got a little bit of meat on it so you can hammer it down easily. And everybody's going to ask, I know everybody's going to ask, we use 20 gauge sheet metal. So this is 20 gauge sheet metal that I'm doing this sample with right here. You want to hammer it over. And I'm not hammering down like this, I'm going like this.
Glancing blows.
And when you get to the edge, it's kind of a pain in the ass because you gotta make sure that it's still in there, you know, at the same time, which is why I'm gonna get a smaller hammer so I don't smash my fingers. And then what I start doing is I use a square hammer right here, and I start walking that edge, and I'm bumping that wire. So you see right here, I'm bumping that wire as I run it along.
Okay.
And what that does is, that's not only coming down on this metal as it's wrapped around the wire, it's actually pushing that wire back into its corner as it needs to be. Now, in theory, if I wanted to, I could run this in the planishing hammer. Hopefully they can hear me because of this damn
Yeah, I should be prepared for that now.
camera. In theory, you should be able to run that in the planishing hammer and smooth it out and put your spot welds there at the same time. And you're gonna spot weld right here like this. Spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, as you go along. You know, every inch or whatever it is, half inch, whatever. Two more tools that I did. This was a tool I got a while back at like a flea market, yard sale, estate sale, whatever. You gotta get in closer so I can show this. And you can see this,
You can see the groove.
you can see that groove that I put in there. And that's machined out, and all that's used for is this right here. No, I'm not gonna use that.
I was like, what are you doing? You and I are gonna have words you Why am I protecting your hammers?
Yeah, right? Well, because you know
I know.
what they do.
I know what they do. I know what.
And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk this all the way down and watch how clean, and see how beat up this is right now? Watch how clean it does, it makes it look. So all I'm doing is I'm planishing this. I'm planishing the panel. And one of the things I want to say is we're doing a sample right now, and this is on a beat up anvil.
Yeah.
So all those marks are going to go into your metal.
See?
You're going to see all those
And
marks
you can
here
see
and
the
here.
Scratches and marks.
Yeah.
So this is just a sample. It's not.
And then it gives it that nice smooth edge. And the next tool that I made was this one right here. And I took a piece of, I believe it was 5/8 by 1 inch solid stock. And I cut it at a 45. And then I smoothed out, put a real nice smooth edge on this edge here. And what I use that for is I come in here and knock this stuff down. Either way, you know. And I'll use a hammer, if I can find a hammer in the shop. And what I do is I come in here and walk this edge like this. And you can see that how nice it'll make that edge look. Nice and crisp.
I'm trying to follow along compared to what it is. Let me get on this side a little bit. Might see a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's better. So the two blows that you did right here, you can definitely see it sucked
Yeah,
up.
you can see how it sucks it up into that wire, and that's what you want. Now, what's gonna happen here is this is the edge of your door as a sample, and you're gonna have your weather stripping right there. So when you close that, it's gonna close, that weather stripping is gonna go tight up against that body of the car. Say say this was a hood here, you can see how clean it'll make that edge. And same thing here. You close the door, you can see what it does, is it gives you that nice clean edge right here. Everything will be nice and crisp and smooth looking.
And adds a lot of strength as well.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is ow, damn, that bitch is sharp. Ooh, you almost can't even bend this. It makes it so strong just by putting that wire in there. Ooh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah. You might not want to be messing with that anymore.
So the next step, what I would do is I'd run spot welds right down through here. And as you're doing the spot welds, you want to do a spot weld and hammer down, spot weld and hammer down, and just kind of hammer weld this hole. And I'm not talking this edge here. I'm talking inside here. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You could drill it and weld it with like a MIG. You could TIG weld this on the edge and then smooth it out because the TIG weld has such a small edge on it, weld on it. Mm-hmm. But the best way to do this would be to use an actual spot welder, the ones with the jaws like this, and get it nice and smooth. And then, like I said, that's where you're gonna glue or screw or whatever on the car. You're gonna have that weather stripping right behind this edge. So in those hoods, doors, maybe you're doing a trunk lid, if this was a trunk lid, the trunk lid will come down like this. Well, you can see that edge is gonna look nice and clean now. Mm-hmm. And you're not gonna have this. You're not gonna have that.
Nothing sharp.
It's a finished edge. You're not gonna have that sharp edge that looks like crap. And that's where a lot of, finished products like on cars, when they do that, it looks like crap. Well, by doing this, it'll look factory. And when you open it up, you lift up your trunk or whatever, or your door, your hood, it'll have that nice clean edge on there. And it'll, you could putty this, you can clean it up, paint it, prime it, whatever, smooth it out. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. There's tons and tons of techniques to doing wire edge. I actually have a tool that I made, and maybe I'll do another video on this, where when I'm running my planishing hammer, I have it set up so all I gotta do in my planishing hammer is get one side started with a pair of clamps, and I run that planishing hammer right through there and hold the wire in there and smooth it and run it right through, and it does the exact same thing, where it takes this big panel that you're doing and turns it from hours of work to minutes of work. So it's all about, in your shop, just taking what you got and making it work. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Later.